This is the initial planning that myself and my colleague, Zach McDonald, have begun for our project, which we have tentatively entitled Life in the Time of Plague. For this project, we are intending to develop an educational video game that will provide students an authentic medieval world that they can explore. The game will be a choose-your-own adventure revolving around the plague of the 14th century to provide students with an opportunity to understand and interact with the environment, social, political, and economic factors that impact this landscape. We based our design off the estate that both of us studied during our graduate training at the University of Waterloo, the estate of Herstmonceux in East Sussex, which is currently being excavated as part of a larger project on medieval climate change. But how does one begin to develop an authentic medieval world for students to explore? We first begin with a historical map to develop the lived terrain, meaning that we build on a two-dimensional surface. In this case, we built this terrain from the Eagle and Gardner map, which depicts East Sussex. And from this map, we isolate the area which we are studying, in this case, the castle of Herstmonceux. We then overlay information from the archaeological record that is ascertained from both excavation and historical records and develop 3D renderings of medieval structures that both exist contemporaneously, like in the case of the castle, or structures that no longer exist but existed during the pre-modern period, which is the case with the stable structure shown here. Following the construction of the central buildings to the estate, we can begin to develop other structures, such as houses, livestock, markets, and religious institutions. Following this initial development, we return to our map to begin plotting the terrain. This will take our game from the 2D lived realm to the realistic terrain in which humans and animals actually interacted with the environment. Through these visual representations, we can begin to explore the broader social, political, and economic trends prevalent at this time. For example, the village can provide an avenue to discuss economies, transportation, and social mobility concerns, as well as overarching community structures and how these different communities negotiated with one another. Through structures like the church, we can pose questions about the role of religion in everyday life. By providing a visual representation, we can make tangible the physical and social disconnect between the peasant and ruling classes. We can also discuss the medieval system of manorialism, which allowed for the lord to completely control and distribute resources to the peasant class, limiting both their social mobility in conjunction with necessary resources. A system which we will show to be easily exasperated during time of uncertainty like famine or plague. The key idea that we wish to support is that students learn better and more deeply when they are given experiential learning opportunities. The objectives of our project are thus twofold. We wish to provide university students with experience in translating their experiential learning into a tangible product for other students, while providing a simulated experiential learning environment for school children, created and developed by experts and students in the field. Through this type of development, we are able to create a student-centered, student-driven learning environment that takes into account student voice and choice, both within the university context and the education system. Our hope is to provide an authentic and historically accurate scape for students to interact with medieval themes and problematize simple concerns like food production, energy generation, pest control, and social structures. To keep up to date on all information pertaining to this project, please visit our website, launching July 1st, 2017, at www.compassandbramble.ca.